Hi, my name is Babette. Welcome to Babette's Guide to Rhythm. I'm very happy to see you here. Have you ever had that feeling when you heard music that caused you to clap your hands or tap your toes, or maybe you wanted to jump up and dance, or maybe you saw other people doing those things? Well, that is caused by that special feeling you get in music when you have good solid rhythm. And that is what we want to do here. We want to give you that foundation that gives you that special sense in your music so that you are excited about what you play and others are excited when they listen to you. This series of lessons on rhythm are meant for all musicians, any musician. It does not matter what instrument you play. You know, I do have another series of videos on theory, but those are meant specifically for fiddlers or violinists or mandolin players. But this series is for everyone. So again, if you want that special feeling in your music, that good solid sense of rhythm that makes you excited when you play and other people excited when they listen to you, well then this series of lessons is for you. And now let's begin. The quarter note is a basic unit of rhythm. In most of the music you will play, and in most of the music you will listen to, the quarter note will equal one beat. Well, just how long is a quarter note? I'm going to draw a little graphic for you. Bear in mind, I'm a musician and not an artist. Let's say we have 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now, each quarter note is going to start precisely on the beat. So that means that this quarter note here is going to start precisely on the beat. And it's actually going to go all the way to the next beat when that quarter note is going to start precisely on the beat. And it will go all the way to the next beat when this quarter note will start precisely on the beat. Okay, so knowing that, just how long is each quarter note? And that depends upon the tempo. If the music is very fast, let's checking my metronome here for a very fast tempo. That means the quarter notes are going to start and so forth. And that's quite quick. Sometimes the music is much slower. That means the quarter notes are going to start much farther apart. But whether the quarter notes are fast or slow, they all will start precisely on the beat. Now, how are we going to practice playing precisely with the beat? Well, we're going to use the metronome. And you heard one of mine just a moment ago. I actually have several metronomes. They're all a little bit different. They make different sounds. Some of them speak, some are quite complicated. But the simple ones are the easiest to use, and that's what I use more on a daily basis. And metronomes are readily available at music stores and online, so they're easy to get. You can also find metronome apps for your smartphone, and if you do a search online, you can find free metronomes that you can use with your computer as well. Just make sure that if you buy a physical metronome for sure, that it has a jack for your earbuds or headphones, because sometimes it's hard to hear that click when we're playing precisely with it. In other words, turning this on, you don't want to hear click and then play. You don't want to hear ba, ba, ba. That's wrong. You know, the sound that you make, that you're playing, should be at precisely the same time as the click. And maybe you want to know how you're going to know if you're playing precisely with the click. And what I recommend is that you record yourself and then listen back. Record yourself playing with the metronome and then listen back to it and see if each quarter note is starting precisely with the click. Now we have a series of short exercises. There's 3 exercises, very short, and each one has a different tempo. So what you need to do is pick out a note that you're going to play. For example, if you play a stringed instrument, let's just play an open string. And you're going to play that note precisely with each click of the metronome that you hear. Now, when each exercise begins, I want you to count off 8 beats. 1 beat equals 1 click of the metronome. And I want you to feel the pulse of those beats so that when you begin playing, you can play precisely with the click of the metronome that you hear. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Play, 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 play. Okay? I think that's it. I think we're ready to begin. Remember to count off 8 beats before you start. Here we go. Get ready to play. Remember to count off 8 beats before you start so you can feel the pulse. And this is at 120. Are you ready? Feel the pulse before you start. This one is at 152. Well, how was that? Were you able to play precisely with the click of the metronome? Go ahead and repeat these exercises until you can do that before you proceed with this lesson. And at this time, I'd like to talk a little bit about how to practice with the metronome. Let's say, for example, that first exercise of 92 was a little too fast for you. Well, then it's time to get out your own metronome and take that metronome and turn it to, say, 80. And try playing precisely with the click of the metronome at 80. And if that's too fast, maybe you'll turn it down to 60. You're looking for that point where you are able to play precisely with the click of the metronome. And let's say you could do that at 60. Then, when you do that, that's great. Then you're going to turn the metronome up just a little. Now, every metronome is a little bit different. The metronome I've been using here, you turn from one click to another. I don't know if you can hear the click. But say we're at 60, the next click is at 63. And that is such a little difference that you might not really be able to tell that it's any faster. And so you could play with that click. In other words, you're telling yourself that this really isn't any different, and so therefore it's easier to play a little bit faster. If you go, for example, or even if I go from 60 to 90, that's a huge leap in difference of tempo. And so you're telling yourself that's a huge leap. It's a lot harder to play at 90 than it is to play at 60. And therefore, it's harder to play at 90 than it is at 60. But if you move from 60 to 63, where you can hardly tell the difference, well, then it's easier and actually faster to gain tempo. In other words, to increase your tempo. So when you practice with the metronome, just keep increasing the tempo a little at a time until you've got it, and then move up to the next one, and then in no time at all, you're going to be at the tempo where you need to be. Now, once you've got those, you're ready to proceed. And if you like a challenge, I've got 2 bonus exercises for you. You should have fun with these. Here we go. Well, here's one we've been talking about. Remember to count off your 8 beats and feel the pulse. Here we go. Well, how was that one? That one could have been really hard because it was so much slower. Well, let's try another one, and this one's not slow. Remember again, count off your 8 beats, feel the pulse. Here we go. Hope you had fun with that one. Thank you for joining me for lesson 1. And I look forward to seeing you for the next lesson when we add the quarter note rest and things get really exciting. See you then.